Okay, you guys, listen up. People pay good money to see this movie. When they go out to a theater, they want cold sodas, hot popcorn, and no monsters in the projection booth.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 wrestling crossovers.
Is that cool?
For this list, we'll be looking at the most high-profile instances where pop culture and pro wrestling collided. Were you familiar with any of these? Sound off in the comments below. Number 10, the Scooby Doo and WWE Collaboration. The WWE brand has made its way into some pretty surprising places. The world of animation is one such place, specifically the universe of Scooby Doo. These superstars of the WWE have seen the paint and ink treatment on a number of occasions, collaborating with the Super Sleuth team and their lovable dog. There have been multiple cinematic collaborations between the two brands, and they're honestly pretty fun.
Skinny man and deadbeat off the ropes, and they slam into the big red monster.
The juxtaposition actually doesn't feel beyond the realm of possibility, since many WWE characters are so larger than life anyway, and if it helps keep younger kids watching Scooby-Doo cartoons in modern day, why not?
I thought you guys were Undertaker fans.
Number 9. Beyblade All Day, WWE Survivor Series. WWE is no stranger to cross-promotion. Does anyone remember the Army of the Dead match from 2021's WrestleMania Backlash? Anyway, this next example is almost as shameless. It occurred at the WWE's Survivor Series event in 2022, during the entrance of Austin Theory. Theory's usual Titantron entrance was replaced with an advertisement for Beyblade. The commentary team then proceeded to shill for Beyblade at the announce table before continuing on business as usual. It was the blink and you miss it moment that made fans and insiders alike question what the hell was going on. Number 8. Chucky comes to play. Chucky. Believe it or not, Chucky the Killer Doll doesn't just have one wrestling crossover to his name. Back in the doll's cinematic heyday, he appeared on WCW television to scare the wits out of Rick Steiner.
I came here to talk to that idiot standing next to you.
Fast forward more than a few years later, and Chucky has his own TV series on the USA Network. The WWE is also on the USA Network, and before you can say slash, we had Liv Morgan appearing as herself on the show.
Liv, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Chucky. It's truly an honor to be here with you.
It was probably a thrill for her to get bumped off by such an iconic horror villain, but the fact that the real John Adadio was appearing as her fictional character made it all seem surreal.
Come on now, Chucky.
Number 7. Muppet Time, WWE Raw.
Hi-ho! And welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw! Yay!
There is a long list of guest hosts for WWE Raw, and sadly, many of them fail to hide their true intentions: promotion. The Muppets were also on Raw to promote something, specifically their 2011 film. However, the sheer joy that follows Jim Henson's creations wherever they go effectively made this appearance too big to fail, and thankfully, it delivered, with Kermit, Miss Piggy, Fozzie, Gonzo, and more all interacting with the WWE superstars.
Perfect.
There were some genuine laughs to be had, and it didn't have the icky "I'm only here because I have to be" vibe that so many other guest hosts gave off. Jeremy Piven, we're looking at you.
You know, I've always wanted to do this.
Number 6. Sergeant Slaughter, a real American hero. G.I. Joe, a real American hero. It just feels like a match made in heaven, doesn't it? The ultra-American super patriot himself, Sergeant Slaughter, pulling around with the G.I. Joes. And you know what? It was absolutely great, and an early example of WWE crossing over into another property.
Come on, you guys! I could use a little help!
The in-ring legend was animated for the G.I. Joe television series, and even appeared in the full-length animated feature.
Now that we're all close friends, let's head for the slaughterhouse!
The real-life superstar Robert Remus also did his own voice acting for the show. Finally, the Sarge also, naturally, received his own action figure, immortalizing him forever as a real American hero.
This here is Zartan's very heavy down payment.
Number 5. The Weakest Link. The Weakest Link. If the Weakest Link game show seems like an odd place in which to insert WWE talent, well, that's because it was.
Well, Kurt, it's been nice knowing you. With 3 votes, you are the weakest link.
It was very weird, primarily because the superstars largely performed kayfabe or in character. Kane, for example, was in his full demonic regalia, which looked quite humorous alongside the show's host, Ann Robinson.
Okay, what Turkish Empire was also known as the Osman Empire?
The Ottoman Empire?
Correct.
To be fair, however, Robinson's granite-faced demeanor and sarcastic put-downs gelled well with the WWE performers, and the whole cast seemed to have a lot of fun. We actually think it'd be cool to see more of this stuff in the present day.
Kane, you are tonight's strongest link.
Number 4. Bob Barker, Come On Down. WWE Raw. Speaking of game shows, doesn't it sound fun to play The Price is Right on WWE television? Well, perhaps this could have gone off the rails had a lesser game show host been at the helm.
Will you get me 4 contestants, please?
Will do, Bob.
Thankfully, Raw had television legend Bob Barker to keep the peace and to provide the laughs. Barker is a natural on camera and was able to interact brilliantly with the WWE superstars.
I told him that his mother would not be proud. He's being naughty, don't you think?
Fast forward a few years, and the WWE actually did this again. Only now it was with Kelly Kelly and the Bella Twins appearing on Drew Carey's iteration of the show.
All right, looking good to you. Thanks a lot to the Demons for showing up. And we'll be right back to matter who wins or after this, they'll go away.
Number 3. Leslie Nielsen is on the case. WWE SummerSlam. Kayfabe was still king, and the WWE could still be a potentially corny place at which to work back when Leslie Nielsen appeared on the scene.
I have seen the light. What was that? Hey, fellas.
Nielsen was portraying his fictional character of Frank Drebin from the Police Squad and Naked Gun franchises. Only this time, he was on the hunt for The Undertaker. The dead man had been MIA from WWE television since the 1994 Royal Rumble, and Drebin was on the hunt.
Yes?
Pizza.
Put it on the desk.
Of course, Nielsen also had the 3rd Naked Gun movie to promote, so he also arrived with his co-star George Kennedy in tow. It was pretty cringy actually, but it was all in good fun.
I will solve this case at SummerSlam.
Number 2. Robocop Promotion. WCW Capital Combat. Believe it or not, it is possible to have a little subtlety in your cross-promotion. 1990's Capital Combat pay-per-view from WCW, however, well, here's an example of how not to do it.
Sting has been caged by the Horseman, but here comes Robocop, Bob!
From the poster advertising the imminent arrival of Robocop 2 to movie screens, to the actual law enforcement android appearing on WCW television, this was ham-fisted from the start. The sight of the wrestlers reacting to Robocop as he comes in to the aid of Sting is one to behold.
Oh, gosh almighty! He's pulling that door right off the hinges! Woohoo!
It's a mixture of, I don't get paid enough for this, and what the hell am I doing here? That's just head-scratching and befuddling, to be honest.
Sting and Robocop have asserted themselves here!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Gremsters vs. the Hulkster. Gremlins 2, The New Batch. 1990, what the hell was wrong with you? We're staying within said calendar year for our number 1 pick, a ridiculous bit of meta-comedy that's definitely of its time. Gremlins 2, The New Batch is one of the most bat-crazy sequels ever, throwing just about every idea at the wall to see if they would stick.
We have gremlins in the projection booth. Could you help us? Gremlins? In this theater? Now?
One such idea was when Hulk Hogan, in character, is depicted at a theater showing, you guessed it, Gremlins 2. He yells at the creatures who are messing around in the projection booth to fix the movie.
Do you think the Grimsters can stand up to the Hulkster?
He then turns to the camera and promises us it won't happen again, to a round of applause. We kind of love it, to be honest.
Sorry, folks. It won't happen again.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.